Okay, so I'm gonna go to the template, and now we have access to all the bonus vehicles and the. Just ignore these. Just ignore that. I can't really do anything about that. But these are all the vehicles that you can drive, with the exception of the AI, because this doesn't have AI. There's another one that has AI, but as well as secret vehicles, which I can't rate. So I'm gonna do it based on. I have the stats over on a separate screen off to my left. It shows all those ones. It doesn't show the bonus vehicle though. It doesn't, which great. So it doesn't. So I already know which vehicle I'm gonna put into F, starting off with this stupid fucking RC car. Hate it. It is slow, it is small, which is not great. It handles like ass, and it's a one-hit wonder. It's a one-hit wonder, which equals basically you take one hit, you're already going to be smoking. You take another hit, you're going to explode. So basically, it's a one-hit wonder. So don't, yeah. So no. Another vehicle I'm going to put in there is the ATV. Whilst it may be better, it is not better. It will just spin around in a circle in any given direction, and it will easily lose its traction, which equals bad vehicle. I think it's tougher than One Hit Wonder, but I'm gonna do it like that. This goes higher up because it technically is a better version of this, but they're both shit. They're both shit at the moment. Um, let's see. I know a lot of people are gonna hate this next one. I'm thinking that's why I don't want to do it yet. But let's get this out of the way. Let's put a good vehicle into B. Duff truck. It is tough, so that is the only redeeming factor. Also, you can use it to cheat a couple of cards if you want, which means you can skip some boring and harder platforming in level 5 because you can basically use it as a staircase in level 5 to jump up to the roof of the box to where you can jump off of that and onto the roof of Moe's Tavern to get the card you need. And some boxes in level 2 because it's the same thing. So, and it's cheap, which makes that an instant up because people put in like F grade. I'm not doing that. I'm being honest with you. I'm being honest with some of this. I say some with most of this. Let's see. Honor roller E. I hate it. I want to put in F, but it doesn't deserve F. It deserves E. E for effectively not shit, but effectively not D rank or C rank. It's E because I hate it. I hate it. What's the point of this vehicle? What's the point? Sure, you get it for free, but AI traffic vehicle is better. AI traffic vehicles are better than this thing. It may handle better, quote unquote, because its rating is 5 for handling, full handling, but its other stats of 1.52 and 1.5 for toughness, acceleration, and top speed don't really make it viable. It can go around corners, but it can't really go fast, which is why it's an E. If it were even, I would probably bump it up to D because I already hate it already, so it would be up an extra rank. So a lot of people can fight your opinions and argue with me or argue with someone else later and be like, "Oh, I don't like this guy. He put this there. I don't like him." Yeah, no, that's not how we function as a society. We're not Democrats. We're not Republicans. We are not communists. We are not capitalists. We are humans in a world of which opinions don't really matter to other people. They should, but they don't in some places of the world. This B. Actually, I'm going to bump it up to A. It's free. It is a bonus vehicle, but it's not really worth the trouble of getting it and driving it around because it's handling, it being from 1954 or whatever it says the year is according to the description of the thing. It's not great. Adds no other items. Okay, well, that's fine. So that's going in A. It's good speed, moderate acceleration, decent handling, pretty good toughness because it weighs like 5,000 plus pounds, as it should, as it does in real life. So Whatever. This I'm gonna put in C on the basis that I never used it or I don't remember using it. This B. It's a tractor. It's got average stats. It's priced at 400, and yeah, I'm just looking at this now. The tractor. It's got a 3, 2.5, 3.5, 3.5. It's got average stats for 400 coins. That is not terrible. It won me a couple of races, which is good, which means it's better than average, which means that goes up there. That's fine. There is the surveillance van, which is 1.5, 1.5, 3.5, then 3, which means this is slow, but it's supposed to be slow. It's a van. It's going to handle average, and it's got better than average toughness, which means this is actually a viable vehicle of use, and it's like cheap. So that's actually easy. So, let's put the donut truck in C. Actually, I'm gonna put it in D. D for donut. Then I never used it once, so I don't. I think that's a fair rating. It's very because if I look at the rating off over here, donut truck, point 0.5, then 1.5, 3.3. Point 0.5. Point 0.5. Wow. That is, and it's more expensive than the dump truck, which equals a no. Which equals a no. So, see, most sedan, I'm gonna put it in C. Actually, I'm gonna put it in B. It at least deserves some just. Actually, C. No, C. I was gonna say it deserves some just. No, it doesn't. It does not. Zombie car. Um, that toughness brings it down in my mind, and it's gonna be an A. It's gonna be an A. That toughness means it's like a 3 to 4 hit wonder. You take 3 to 4 hits, it's gonna go kablooey, and then you lose a $500 vehicle again. So, because it's got 4.5, 5, and then a 1.5, and then a 4.5. It's very weak. It is not worth. It is not worth it. It's not. I don't know why the ads keep popping up. Just ignore them. If I could go full screen on this, I would, but I can't. So whatever. Family sedan. I'm gonna put it in B. It's useful, and the fact that it doesn't, and the fact that it's actually not that hard to use this vehicle. I mean, you can use it in level 4. That's how long you can use it, and it's not a struggle. You can use it up to level 4. You can technically use it in level 5, but I say technically, I wouldn't advise using this level 1 vehicle for free in level 5. Level 4 is about as far as you can push it before you start to struggle really, really badly. You can technically use it in level 7. In level 7, it's just that you have a slow vehicle in level 1 with a much harder time limit to obtain. But it should be doable. It's not that bad. It's just going to be hard. Um, this this should go in S, but I don't want to put in S because it's toughness and the mission you need it for sucks. So that automatically puts into A. It's not S. This, I was going to say this is F tier. It's cool, which means it's better than average looking at its stats, but its toughness brings it down. It's got a 1 in toughness, and then 5, 4.5, 3.5 for the other 3 stats equally. But that 1 in toughness does bring it down a peg for me. So I'm going to put it in, I was going to say H for the hover vehicles, but the hover vehicles are usually good, except they're not. They're not. Hover car is a 4413. This is good. I'm going to put it in A. It's not S. Hover bike, I'm going to put it in B because it's a one-hit wonder. It should be an F because it's a one-hit wonder, but it's fast. Only problem is this thing's 1,000 coins. That's really the only caveat. It should go in C for that alone because it's 1,000 coins. The performance is good, except for toughness. It's a one-hit wonder. So no, I'm not gonna do it dirty. I'm gonna put it in B. It's not with its four-wheeled. It's not with its four-wheeled cousin, the hover car, owned and invented by the same professor, but it doesn't deserve the S tier. It doesn't deserve the A tier. It deserves B. Its toughness and its price make it dumb it down, in my opinion. This is cool. I want to put it in S, especially since it's free. It's one of the bonus vehicles, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna put it in A. Actually, no, I'm gonna put it in B. This is a one-hit wonder. This is a one-hit wonder. I'm gonna put this above that. Actually, this I'm gonna put. Actually, I like that. It's in the middle. C is supposed to be the biggest, but it's not. So yeah, the rocket is one of the fastest vehicles in the game, but it's also one of the weakest vehicles in the game. This is a one-hit wonder. You hit a wall going at full speed, you're instantly gonna have full black smoke. You hit a lamppost, you hit a tree, you hit a person, you hit nothing except maybe a car going like 2 miles an hour, very slow speed. You're gonna break it and you lose money. So that's why it's going to B. It deserves the A spot, but it's not going to go there. Its toughness brings it down. Um, Car Belt for Homer, it should go for S. It should go in S. It's 500 coins though. That's the only thing. Its stats are relatively high. It's got 4.5, two 3.5s, and then a 3. It's actually pretty good. This and the Chase Sedan are gonna go in S. Only problem because the Chase Sedan is basically a somewhat better version of the car built for Homer for an extra 100 coins. Because if I look at the Chase Sedan, what I say, it was 4.5, two 3.5s, and a 3. Chase Sedan is 4, 4.5, 3, 4.5. It has a 3 in toughness for some reason, but it has 4 plus everything else, which actually makes it somewhat viable. It actually makes it useful. Um, Stats Bearcat A. Its worst stat is its acceleration, and you get it for free. You get it for free because it's one of the race vehicles you win if you do the 3 races with the 3 zombies or the 3 other races with Ralph Wiggum and oh wait, no, with Ralph with Nelson, with Millhouse, Nelson, and Ralph. I forgot their names. I had a brain issue there for a minute. I struggled. Curator S. I will take no questions. Best sounding engine, average stats, with the exception of handling, that's at 4.5. The other stats are 2, 2.5s, and a 3. So not as fast as some, but definitely a better handling car and a much better sounding car. Bandit A. That mission with that one destroying one of these stupid things brings it down. It should be an A because of how cool it is, but coolness isn't what I'm trying to go for. Coolness does take a play, but it doesn't take enough to where it's like, oh, okay. No. This um this I feel like this should be C. This should be C. Is it above this? No, it's not. It's not. Fire truck, um, definitely F. Definitely F. I take no questions. It's one of the slowest vehicles in the game. It's it has a it has a 3.0 rating, but it has half a stat of acceleration. That is not good. Yeah, it's got a 3 and a point 0.5 for speed and acceleration. That's not a good thing. Fire trucks are supposed to be quick in the fact that the less time the fire has to grow, the better it is for the firefighters because that makes it easier for them to put out the fire. That's the whole point. But that's why I'm putting it in F. It is above the other two. It is above the other two, though. So at least it's the top of F tier. It's not the bottom, thankfully. Monster Truck should be like the middle of C tier. Actually, you know what? I'm going to put it in B, and I'm going to put it above the hover bike just to make everyone a little bit more upset. Because this is a bonus vehicle you can find in level 5. It's got the same horn as El Carro Loco. It's got it's it's rather slow. That's really the only caveat. It's slow and it's not as tough as a monster truck should be, which brings it down. It's cool because it's the Obliteratron, which is a mouthful of a name and also sounds like a transformer or one of those Doofenshmirtz evil incorporated inventions, except without the innator part at the end because it would be stupid to call the Obliteratroninator. That just sounds dumb, and that's even more of a mouthful. So whatever. Um, this I'm gonna put it. I don't know where to put that. You'll leave that for later. Let's put an easy one on the board. Monorail. Um, D for derailed because it doesn't want to turn. It's got, I would say, average toughness, but it does not want to turn at all. And if it does want to turn, it wants to turn left and only left. Or was it to the right? No, I think it was to the right, I think. My bad. Its average toughness, its speed and acceleration are a bit iffy, but its handling sucks. It just doesn't want to turn at all. It wants to make the horrible skidding noise of death. So that's why it's going to be derailed. So this, definitely a B rank. Definitely a B. I would put it an S, but with its stats, I got to be realistic here. This is going to be B. Is it above the other three? Yeah, it's above the other three. Let's see. This is a Buzz Cola, so let's put it in B. B for Buzz Cola truck. Is it above the other three? It's above the hover bike and above the monster truck. Is this above the rocket? Yeah, it's above the rocket car. Because that, I forget, this is a one-hit wonder. This is not. Because if I look at the stats off to my left, the Buzz Cola truck is a 3, a 1, and then a 5 and a 1. So it's a better version of the fire truck. It's basically the better version of the fire truck for like 50 coins more, I think. Not 50 coins more, excuse me. Because I think this was like 200 and something coins, and then that one was 350, I think. Or 375. No, it was 350. That's right. 350. That's right. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, it's a better version. You have now I've gotten to the more controversial vehicles. This, no questions. I'm putting it in S. I don't care. I'm putting it in S. It's a good vehicle for what it is, and it's very useful. You can use this vehicle in level 5, and it will do you very well. Level 6 would be pushing it. You're going to struggle with level 6. It's good for a select few missions, but don't use it for the entirety of level 6. You will hate yourself for it. I know there's a video on YouTube somewhere where someone played the entire game just only using the family sedan. They had to buy the vehicles they needed and the costumes, but the only vehicle they could use, if they were allowed to use a vehicle of their choice, was only the family sedan, and they struggled on a level 3 race for like half an hour plus. I didn't struggle. Let that be known, because I'm actually relatively good with that vehicle because it's slow. Its handling is also a 4, I think. Unless I'm wrong. I'm looking at. No, I'm right. The handling stat is actually a 4. That's funny. I was right for once. Hooray! Um. Oh yeah. Side note. I don't like the color pink. I don't like the color pink. If the Cadillac was, excuse me, a different 50s 60s color that wasn't pink, that would be better. That would make it into S, but it's not. This is cheap and it's good and it's actually usable up until like level 5. Up until like maybe the middle of level 5. It is actually. It's not as bad as people think. It's actually pretty viable. It's useful. The limo, I'm going to put that into B. I'm going to put that into C actually. It's cheap and it's useful. It's the same thing as this, but a little bit tougher, but a little bit slower at the same time. Because the limo is basically a 1.5, a 1.5, a 3.5, and a 2.5. It's relatively slow, but it's cheap, so that's why I'm putting it there. The crusty limo, however, 2.5, 2, 4, 2.5, is actually faster, which means it goes into B. It definitely goes above the later two. It definitely goes above the later three. Excuse me. Definitely does. I feel like I should switch that. Yeah. I'm gonna switch the two around. Yeah, I'm gonna switch the two around because those are the two one-hit wonders. This is not. Let's see. Trying to think here. Rocket Boat. I want to put it in S. I should put it in S. I'm gonna put it in A. Yeah. There's reason to my madness. It's not as fast, and its steering kind of sucks. Its toughness is a bit iffy sometimes. Because all vehicle toughness thing is a bit iffy when you go off a jump and then you end up smoking immediately upon landing, even though you didn't hit anything else. That's how bad it can be sometimes. Or random, rather. Excuse me. Hearse. I'm gonna put in S. It's not as expensive as the hover bike. It's tougher than the hover bike, and it's much faster, which makes it much more viable. Yeah, it's better. This B, it's definitely above the three. It's definitely above the three bonuses. Well, the two bonuses and the one-hit wonder you can buy for 1,000 coins. Because yeah, no, that was smart. Not really. El Carro Loco, definitely B. Definitely above the three. Actually, above the thinking about it, it's definitely above the three. Technically the four, but is it above the limo? Krusty Limo was 2.5, 2.4, 2.5. El Carro Loco is 4.3, 2.5, 3.5. Definitely faster, better handling, better acceleration, worser toughness. I would say it's better enough to go in front of it, and that's it. This one, I would say A. I would say A. It's very quick and it's actually okay. The only thing that brings it down from being an S is literal toughness. I think it's got like 1.5 stars or something. Something tiny. Yeah, 1.5 for toughness. It's very tiny, which equals it's not a one-hit wonder. It's like a 3 to 5 hit wonder. So it can take 3 to 5 hits or 6 hits if you're lucky, but not much more than that. It can't take 10 hits, which is what brings it down from an S, in my opinion. It's a free vehicle you can get, which means it's usable in level 5, and I think you can kind of use it in level 6. I say kind of because you don't want to use it against that Duff Truck one because you're going to take off health very quickly. Armored Truck, I'm going to put in B. Yeah, I'm going to put it in B. Yeah. I'm going to put I want to put it in A, but for price alone and the fact that it's slow and plotting, it just makes it more irritating than it is actually enjoyable. So I'm going to put it in B and move on. I'm tired. Let's see. Sports car A. It should be called a 70s muscle car, but it's going to be in, excuse me, an S. Don't know why my mouse moved. Don't know why my mouse moved over to the other screen. That's fine. Police car A. It's better than the rocket boat. It is. This is technically better than the rocket boat because the rocket boat is pain in the ass to drive sometimes. Lectorus E for efficient. It's technically better than this. So actually no. That bottom of E tier, please. This I feel like is better than this, but these two are the same spot for me. Just like half a picture here and half a picture here. Like seriously, it's the same thing. So whatever. Now we come on to the more controversial ones, or at least parts and bits of the controversial ones. Cletus definitely C. Excuse me. Because that vehicle is basically a 1, a 1, a 3.5, and a 2.5. It's better for toughness missions, but it's not very fast. It's free, but it's the bottom of C tier for me. It's the bottom of C tier. It's free, which is what keeps it in C tier, but it's not very viable. You can use it in mission 5. You can technically use it in level 4. You do actually, as it's a mission. But you can use it in level 5 for a little bit, but not much longer than that, because it's very, very slow, which makes it very hard to actually use it. But you can, so I'm tired. I don't know why I'm yawning a lot. Excuse me. Gremlin. Or sorry, Kremlin. Excuse me. It's a 2.5, 2, 3, 4. Average stats, and it's free. I'm gonna say it goes in B. I'm gonna say it goes in B. Yeah, I'm gonna say it goes in B. It's free, but the mission itself was a pain in the ass because the level kept on loading and wouldn't load for a good 20, 30 minutes. I don't know how long it was, but it was long enough to make me lose my mind. Ferini, definitely S. Granted, I want to put it in A for its toughness because that is relatively close to a one-hit wonder, but I'll leave it in S because why not? Book burning van, B. You already know it's gonna go in B. I'm gonna put it in there. Above the 3 of these stupid things. Longhorn. Longhorn's probably A. I'm gonna say middle of A, actually. Bottom middle of A. Yeah. This I hate. I hate this, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna put it not in A. I'm gonna be honest. Plow King. I'm gonna put it in. I'm thinking it should go in D. But really, I want to put it in C. It's actually useful for once. That and the school bus can go there too. Actually, the school bus can go ahead of it a couple of pegs. So I'm going to put it there, ahead of it. Malibu Stacy. I hate this vehicle with a passion. So I'm going to put it with its twin. I'm going to put it top of E tier. Its toughness brings it down from average, and it has Lisa in it, which apparently, according to people, is a very, very, very annoying character. Apparently. She's got an annoying voice, according to some, so that's why I'm like, do I want to do the people dirty and then have them argue with me later? Or do I just want to agree with them, quote unquote, and then put it there? It should go in C. Technically, it should go in B, but yeah, I don't want to do it dirty. I'm gonna put it in C. Top of C. There you go. This definitely C. Middle of C. That seems fine. It's like this, but a little bit more expensive. Actually, more expensive. Just not as tough, but it's essentially the same thing. Now you have the 3 vehicles, 2 of which are controversial. Uh, at least according to some people. Um, the Canyonero. I don't. I never used it in level 4. I don't think. I don't think I used it in level 4 in this playthrough. I don't think I have. I think I used it in the first playthrough, meaning 4 years ago, but I don't think I used it currently. So that's why I'm thinking about it. I'm going to say I want to put it in B, but I don't want to extend that out another one. I don't want to put it in S because it doesn't belong in S. I want to put it in A, but I also don't want to put it in A. Mr. Burns' limo, definitely A rank. Definitely. His mission is very hard to do if you're not paying attention. You literally have like 15 seconds to get an item, and that's it. 10 seconds for an item. 15 seconds for an item. Granted, the last item you get like 40 seconds. or 30 seconds. No, I think it was 40 seconds. You get like 40 or some odd seconds to actually get the last item, and then boom, that's it. But also, the mission story doesn't make sense. He's like, oh, yeah, no, I've got a brunch date. You know how it is. Oh, yeah, no, just give me the mission. That's literally how they say it. Because Mr. Burns is like, oh, yeah, no, go run some errands for me, Smithers. So, I don't know. I'm not putting it in S. It should go in A. I'm going to put it in A. It should go top. Right there. Its toughness brings it down. The Canyonero is the last one. Let's put the Canyonero in C and move on. I would say upper middle C, so probably like that. Yeah, okay. There, see? Tier rank. Tier. Done. Tier list is finally done for all the vehicles of Simpsons Hit and Run. That includes the bonus vehicles. Not the AI vehicles, thankfully, and not the special mission vehicles. Just the bonus vehicles you find around the level and all the ones you can drive. Meaning all the ones you have to buy and race and stuff like that. All the phone booth ones. So, S tier, we have the car built for Homer, the Chase Sedan, the Curator, Mr. Plow, the hearse, the 70s muscle car, the Ferrini, hashtag Ferrari. You have in A rank the Cadillac from the Planet Hype billboard place, the zombie car, the Globax supervillain car, the open wheel race car, the hover car, the Stutz Bearcat, the little bandit, the police car, the Longhorn, the clown car, the rocket boat, Mr. Burns' limo. In B rank, we have the Duff truck. That is correct. No arguments, please. Willie's tractor, the family sedan, the Willie's Jeep, the Cola truck, Buzz Cola truck, El Caro Loco, Krusty limo, Skinner's sedan, the armored truck, the Kremlin, aka hashtag Gremlin, the book burning mobile, the Obliteratron, or as it's otherwise known as the monster truck, the rocket car from level 1, the rocket bike, or the hover bike, excuse me. In C tier, we have the Malibu Stacy convertible car, I guess. We have the Canyonero, the surveillance van, Moe's sedan, the nerd car, which is basically the Pacer, but a bit boxier for some reason. The limo, the mobster limo, excuse me. The school bus, Cletus's pickup, and the Plow King. In D tier, we have the donut truck and the derailed monorail. In E tier, we have the Electorus, because electricity, and the honor roller, which I hate, but whatever. And then in F tier, we have the fire truck, we have the ATV, and we have the shitty little RC car. I think that's it. You guys can argue with me later, but I'm using the stats here, with the exception of bonus vehicles because those don't have the stats on the screen. This, this, and that don't have stats for me to look at. They do not. So I don't get to compare and put them where they should go, but based on how I played them and used them. So 34 minutes later, we're done. Actually, I feel like the fire truck is being done dirty because it's actually a good vehicle once you get it up to speed. It's also an incredibly tough vehicle. The only thing that holds it back is its crappy acceleration of 0.5 and the fact that it's big, girthy boy or girl, if you think fire women exist, which they do, but you know, right. I think it should go in the bottom of C. That would be probably fair. That would probably be fair. Above this Plow King, actually. Because that's basically a faster version of this. It just It's slow and it's basically the same thing, but a little bit more expensive, but a bit faster. So that is the final rating. Same thing, except the fire truck, instead of top of F tier, bottom of C tier. That's it. There you go. That is the correct rating. Fight me. Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, yeah, no, that's it. So I'm gonna end this now and be done. It's 8 o'clock. Next week, I guess, after this gets fixed and edited and done. Um, Next week I will do um, or hopefully next week I will try and do the Octodad whole game without dying on hard. I'm gonna put it on hard. It's not a requirement, but yeah, that's it basically. So tier list is finished. So yeah, yeah. So see you all next week, hopefully. So yeah, goodbye.